It is the Ortho Nebraska halftime show brought to you by Ortho Nebraska. Here at Elkhorn Stadium, a 14-0 lead for the Gretna Dragons over the Elkhorn South Storm. Really impressive performance by them. We'll talk about that more as we go through our halftime show. Right now, though, let's send it down to Bill Steckis, who is with a member of Ortho Nebraska.
Yes, it's Dr. John Buzzell, an orthopedic surgeon, and we're going to talk about the differences between dislocated shoulders and separated shoulders, and who best to ask, what is the difference?
Well, shoulder separation is between the collarbone and the top of the shoulder blade. Usually occurs if somebody's like a quarterback is tackled, lands on that side on the point of the shoulder and you tear the ligaments. Occasionally there'll be a fracture, but usually it's just torn ligaments. Whereas a shoulder dislocation is the ball and socket joint. Oftentimes the ball goes out the front. Sometimes it'll go out the back. It's usually a violent mechanism where the shoulder is ripped away from the body. Diagnosing them with the separation, you can typically diagnose that because they'll have a bump on the top of the shoulder and their tender right there. Dislocation, they're not moving the arm. Oftentimes you can feel the ball is out of place. They can have numbness and tingling.
And how is it treated?
Well, treatment depends on the injury. With dislocations, first is make the diagnosis, then put the ball back in socket. Shoulder separation is a sling, and then evaluation for both of them is real important, where it's good to come in, get an x-ray, and that gives us a lot of information. Then sometimes you need to get an MRI, but not always. It really depends on a lot of factors for each of those injuries.
And returning to the field, I would guess, is different for both as well.
Exactly. Yeah, it depends on the severity of the injury. With dislocations, is it the first time they've dislocated? You never want them to dislocate it again because it's really a bad injury for a joint. With the AC or the shoulder separation, with those, it's classifying the severity. If it's a lower grade, grade 1 or grade 2, those usually don't need any kind of surgical treatment, and it's returned to athletics as their symptoms permit, usually within 4 to 5 weeks. The more severe ones oftentimes require reconstruction.
All right, well, thank you. It's always good to see you. Yeah, we got to have a quick plug here, though, for the clinic. The Sports Injury Clinic opens at 8 o'clock on Saturday mornings over on 144th and Center. We hope you don't need it, but if you do, they are there for you early in the morning, guys.
Very good. Thank you, Bill, and thank you, Dr. John. We'll continue at halftime. We'll hear from Stu Pospisil of the Omaha World Herald and show you first half highlights next.